Hey there guys, I've done a bunch of Clash of Wills videos recently, so we're going to take a break from that and go to the most recent trial. We're going to go to Cerberus, we're going to do hard mode, we're going to do all missions, and just for the fun of it, we're going to take only 3 units. We're going to use Lilith to tank, heal, and mitigate while tag chaining. We're going to use Olive to break and deal all the damage, and we're going to use Tsukiko as our support unit. So let's give it a go. You can obviously add more units if you want to, but these 3 units handle everything you need for Cerberus. So let's give it a go. So Tsukiko is going to start off with Omamori. We're going to go to the base form actually. Then we're going to do Omamori. We're going to do Fire Imbue, and we're going to do Prayer of Protection. We're going to use Olive to break, Beast Killer, and then just whatever basically. You know what we can do? And we're going to use her LB. What Olive can do here is we can break, Beast Killer, Focus, and Cap. I don't want to use her cooldowns just yet. So we're going to do this. Go ahead and chain this up. This is not a tag chain yet, so this is not going to properly chain, but it does. Okay, that was irrelevant damage. Irrelevant. We're not ready for good damage yet. The good damage is going to come a little bit later when we get the SOBs and all that online. Okay. So we're going to get ready for that next turn. Now the boss does AoE stop. We are not stop immune. So Tsukiko is going to do that from the Esper Lakshmi. Now Olive can go ahead and do both her cooldowns. We're going to just do this. We'll cap a little bit and we will giant melon ammo to get ready for next turn. Now we don't have the tag chaining active of Lilith quite yet because you got to do her SOB first. Then she has tag chaining. So starting next turn, we'll be doing better. We'll have 90% breaks from Olive. We'll have bigger imperils and all that coming up. So that's fine. Now the boss does do a 800% imperil on your Provoker. That's our Tsukiko. So she is massively imperiled. But thankfully, she can remove imperils on demand because Tsukiko is awesome. So we'll go ahead and cure those imperils. And we'll put up the Fire Field. It is time to get that going for a little bit of bonus damage. So now we can do our SOBs. This is going to activate tag chaining. It's going to 90% break the boss. Only the Spirit, so Lilith is not going to do a ton of damage here. But now it has a 90 Spirit break. Also, we unlocked Cannon Fire Cannon, so we can start getting some good imperils on the boss. Alright, so let's go ahead and do a little bit of burst here. We're still not going to do the biggest damage just yet. But let's do some bursting, and now the boss, we have tag chaining on Lilith. So we're going to go ahead and do this, and cap. Before we do that, we'll refresh the stop immunity from Tsukiko. Wait, chain it up. Hopefully I chained it properly. I think I did. Whatever, there we go. And again, once we do... So turn 6 is going to be the first time we do a really big burst. Now, unfortunately, the boss put our Olive to sleep. She's not wearing immunity. But again, Tsukiko handles this. We could gear for immunity, but why lose the damage? No point. Really no point. We'll just, heal it with Tsukiko. Whatever. We had to heal the imperils anyway. Anyway, now let's go ahead and refresh cover and keep chaining it up. And Olive will do this. We'll cap, and then we will fire Cannon Fire to get ready for next turn. So we're going to do this, and hopefully I chained it properly. Looks like I think I did. Whatever. Now the boss has Cannon Fire Cannon. Now we've got the big focus on Olive. So it took us a long time. It took us 6 turns. But now we're going to deal a good chunk of burst damage for the first time, basically. Alright, we do have to re-imbue and all with Tsukiko before we do that, so we're going to go ahead and not that. We're going to cure imperils with Prayer, we're going to Fire, Imbue, and we're going to Prayer of Protection. And now we can do some bursting. So the boss is at 62, and now the boss is at 38. Not the biggest damage, so what is that, 22%, 24%? Pretty good, but we are only using 2 units. We're also in phase 2 at this point, which is when the boss starts doing really high thunder, ice, and fire damage. Now, because we don't technically need it, we're not really wearing like protections and immunities and all that. We're not wearing resistance gear. As you notice, we're taking big damage. it's fine. So Tsukiko is going to go ahead and just Prayer of Purification to get rid of those imperils. Now the cool thing about Lilith is she's actually a healer as well. So Kiss of Rapture is basically Curagia. That's going to heal the party to maximum, so we don't really need to worry about bringing heals. So we'll go ahead and just heal back up. Olive will Flaming, Gunner, Killer, Melon, and Cap. Alright, so we're going to do this. Wait. Go ahead and chain it up. Hopefully I did it properly. And notice how Lilith is healing our party back to full, which is nice and convenient. Alright, so here comes some more attacks. The boss does do a lot of damage in phase 2. We're not wearing resistance gear. We're just wearing pure damage gear. So, it hurts a little bit. We do need to refresh stop immunity, so we'll go ahead and do that with our Tsukiko. Olive can now do Breaks, Cap, and Cannon Fire to get ready for next turn. Lilith can refresh cover and chain, so we'll do this, and hopefully I chained properly. Looks like I did. And because we're doing about 24-25% per SLB after using Cannon Fire, this should be pretty much the win. I guess we'll find out in a second. And we counter back up with Lilith. Very nice. Alright, let's go ahead and just in case, we'll go ahead and Prayer of Purification. And we'll do our SLBs. And we'll see how much damage we do. This should be the end of it. Yeah, there it is. So there is a, 9-turn, also known as 3 burst, clear with only 2 units. Now, as we all know at this point, Lilith's damage outside of Clash of Wills is pretty terrible. So when we see this breakdown, it is definitely going to be skewed heavily in Olive's favor. Lilith was basically the tank and the tag chainer. But she works really well with Olive, and especially if they're both the same EX level, they can, as you saw, rotate together on a trial and do really good. So, yeah, Olive is a dedicated DPS in Clash and in Dark Visions. Lilith is only a DPS in Clash of Wills. She does not have good damage outside of Clash of Wills. That being said, she did do 22% or so of Olive's damage, which is still not very good. But she did tank the whole time and whatever. And Tsukiko, of course, was pure support on that clear. But yeah, it was fun. I'll show you the gear as well, just, for the curiosity's sake. But, if you want to copy this clear, you should definitely add more DPS. And, of course, you can do it quicker. I think people have done this, like, on turn 2 at this point. But this is I enjoy small team clears. Anyway, here's the party we used. Whoop, not that one. Here's the party we used. We used a passive provoke Tsukiko with some fire, ice, and lightning resist. As much defense as we can, because the boss does do a physical damage over time. So passive provoke with some bulk, status immunity, etc. There we go. And we gave her Lilith's personal card because Lilith is using the other banner card. But yeah, so a little bit of bulk. And Tsukiko was the Fire Imperil Field. She wasn't really the Fire Imperil. Olive's Imperil is better than Tsukiko's, but she was the Imperil Field, as well as the Imbue for Lilith, and she cured Imperils like every other turn, and she did magic mitigation for the party. Lilith was our, she dealt damage, technically speaking, but it's mostly the tank. Not really using ice or thunder resist gear, because who cares? She just bulks up and eats it, whatever. She's not provoking, that is very important, because we don't want her taking that big thunder imperil. So this, LB damage versus Beast, and there we go, her own special card. We're at maxed LB, maxed Beast damage, and 9,500 defense. And then Olive, Dark Rain's card, some Clash gear. No thunder resist at all, which is why when the boss did a thunder attack, she took like, 15,000 damage. We're also not using any resist buffs either. But whatever, who cares? And then here's the gear. Olive gears for Beast Killer very easily, so she's maxed on everything. So we gave her some chain speed to make it nice and easy. So maxed LB damage, maxed Beast Killer, and 10,700 magic. So yeah, there was a 3-man Cerberus clear just for the fun. See you in a bit.